Hi everyone, this is Jess from LivingGirlLivingFoods.com. Just got home from working out. I'm really sweaty, I stink, I'm covered in my sweat and other people's sweat. It's glorious. I've had a lot of people ask me some kind of personal advice these last few weeks if you've been following me. And I'm kind of curious if I should keep this type of information on a separate page, if I should just do videos of it. It's kind of a lot of thoughts on how to keep things organized on my site to not overwhelm people. I feel like a lot of stuff with raw food, wanting to eat healthier, wanting to be a healthier person, a better person, all this stuff kind of intertwines into each other. At least that's how it kind of worked out for me over the years. I've been definitely doing a lot more personal work on my energy and feeling happier with myself. And I've noticed that when I take that time to really take care of myself, make food that makes me feel good, that makes me happy, I end up, it just kind of radiates out of you. Everything else kind of just happens after that is really what it ended up feeling like for me personally. I guess it's because you become more open to changing things, and you're taking care of yourself, but you're also taking the time to face any fears. And there's a lot of fear that we all have in life in general. I don't care who you are. If you go skydiving every day, if you have a gun, we all have fears. End of story. All of our fears are different, but they're also very much alike at the same time. If you talk about it with yourself in your head, or if you write down your fears, you'll probably end up noticing a trend on what exactly you're scared of. Like, a lot of people are scared of being alone and feeling lonely. But when you're alone, you're never really alone. You always have yourself there. And actually being alone can be a really great time to heal, to face fears, to get better from whatever's going on in your life. You can end up detoxing, just things that happen in your life in general that need to get detoxed out. Things that you've been holding on to that literally end up causing little tensions in your body and you feel like this little turtle all the time. You'll just end up noticing these things that you're doing that's preventing yourself from feeling happy. From being able to speak to people that maybe you've always wanted to say hello to someone. You see them every day at the grocery store and you just, for whatever reason, you've had fear. Maybe you can overcome that. My personal thing right now is I'm trying to do one little thing every day that scares me. So maybe it's making one of these videos, going up to someone and asking them to hang out sometime, talking to a stranger in a store, trying to learn something that maybe petrifies me that I don't feel too comfortable with. Like, I'm trying to learn more about herbs so I can feel comfortable speaking to people about them, and also just to know what to do for myself, because it's something that's always been really interesting to me, but I never thought that I was smart enough or something like that. And when you have those types of negative thoughts, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I don't know enough to be talking about that topic, you end up radiating that energy to other people. People pick that up, and sometimes that ends up being the type of people you attract into your life. So if you have a life where you're really scared of being alone, and maybe you're doing all these really harmful things to yourself so you're not feeling alone, so that could be indulging in food, in drugs, some people even work out too much, just so they can feel better about themselves, so they're not alone. So they're working on looking healthier, feeling skinnier, or whatever it is. Forgot where I was going there for a minute. But yeah, we end up attracting those people who also have those negative thoughts. And when you think those negative thoughts about yourself, other people will think them too. Misery likes company, right? It's a saying kind of along those lines. So usually miserable people end up attracting miserable people. People who are scared to be alone attract people who are scared to be alone. And typically it ends up not being a true relationship. It's kind of forced together out of fear, out of need, out of feeling desperate, out of hate. It's not a place of love. So if you have those loving feelings about yourself, I am smart, I am pretty, I don't know, I'm strong, I can accomplish anything, you will attract people who feel that way about you, but also know that about you without, you don't have to defend yourself anymore. Which for a lot of people that can be such a relief. I don't want anyone ever feeling like they always have to be in that little turtle shell, protecting themselves all the time, trying to, anything anyone says to you that's negative, it's not really about you. That's something that's most likely it's something going on with them, or they want to put you in that negative space. They want to put you in that dark, scary place where you don't have that great energy, and sometimes you just really have to ignore people like that. In our lives, we're all meant to attract the people who are best fit for us. You don't have to hang out with people all the time. I don't hang out with people that often. I don't. I do social things. I am actually a very social person. I usually end up getting along with a lot of people, and I never used to be that way. I always thought I wasn't a social person because it was something I put into my own mind, because of negative things that people were saying about me and putting me into terrible situations, and you end up getting rid of those people in your life. You end up just having to get rid of toxic people, and that's what I mean sometimes by cleansing, like writing, creating, eating well, moving, exercising. There's so many different ways of detoxing that we don't think about. Going through your room and getting rid of old love notes from boyfriends, getting rid of, things that ex-friends gave to you, stuff you bought when you're in a bad spot in your life, and that's not even you anymore. You don't have to hold on to that person. That person is gone. They're not there. It's non-existent. Just let it go. That was pretty deep, actually. That hits home for me for a lot of things. So if people are interested, I will keep doing some sort of post or video, something of the sorts, kind of about the things that I find helpful to let go and to grow as a person. And that person that you've always wanted to be is there. It is you. There's no such thing as being perfect. There's these little fantasies that we all put ourselves in, and that's something that I'm really working on, because I do that a lot. I build up myself and people and other things for being so perfect, for being the exact, standard that things should be at, and nothing is perfect. And if we think that way, nothing will ever satisfy us. It blocks us from being happy with things that easily should make us happy. So, like I said, I I love doing little videos and things of the sorts on stuff like this that I have found to be helpful. And any feedback on if this information should be on a separate site, if you prefer seeing it on a video, if you want it to be a completely different post not related to food on my website, I would greatly appreciate that. And thank you so much, all of you, for taking the time to watch this video and for following me on my site. Have a great day.